Hey everybody, it's Mike Wanthe with Nerdfellas. Just got back from the early screening of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. This was a charity event that my friend Josh had invited me to, and we got to get an early screening tonight at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. So it was great. It was a great movie. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. Totally spoiler-free review. I can just tell you a little bit about the characters, what I think. I won't tell you all the characters that show up, but if you've already read a lot of material on the web, you know what characters to expect. This is a movie that touches base on Man of Steel, gives you a little bit of an origin on Batman, and briefly gives you a glimpse into some other characters because this is, of course, the dawn of the Justice League. So a lot of cool little Easter eggs and things to look forward to. I will say the trailer was misleading on one thing, but I won't tell you that until after you see the movie. Other than that, great movie. Ben Affleck did not disappoint as Batman. This was a role that he was definitely meant for. I'm glad he didn't take the role back then because I think now is his time. He plays a really gritty, really dark version of Batman that we have not seen for sure on camera. Batman is really, really up there. I mean, he's definitely more brutal than Christian Bale's Batman, but I would still say number 2 to Christian Bale. So, I mean, there's still a lot of great stuff. I think Batman is the one that really gets you into this film and really wants you to continue to watch it. Just seeing his point of view and the ramifications for Man of Steel. The whole intro to the movie is very political, but you get a big sense of how much damage that Superman has actually caused on Metropolis and the toll it took on Bruce Wayne, and how it involved so many other major players, including Lex Luthor, who, by the way, Jesse Eisenberg, holy crap. I mean, the trailer does not do justice to what Jesse Eisenberg presents in this film. It is not a Jesse Eisenberg you've seen before, I would like to say. Still a little bit fidgety, you see a little bit of him in there, but I mean, his acting has just gone up a lot on this one. Great villain, Lex Luthor. And of course, everyone knows, I think maybe the trailer was done by mistake, but everyone knows Doomsday comes into play, and Doomsday was actually pretty menacing, so I'm not going to lie about that one. There were moments in the climax where I feel I thought it could have gone a little bit too ballistic, but it held its own, and it was a strong, very crazy, destructive ending, so that was good. They pay a lot of tribute to a bunch of different comics. Won't say which ones because, again, spoiler free. I can't tell you which ones, but they touch base on a lot of them. Wonder Woman, beautiful, gorgeous, and played very well. It was a Wonder Woman you haven't seen before, of course, because now you're going to get a Wonder Woman we want to see on screen, someone very powerful, and they touch base on a little bit of her history, but they won't say much because her own film's coming up right after. But this film gets pretty dark. There was a lot of talk about how it's not very playful, not very campy. It is a very dark, gritty film. I can understand why they're going to release a rated R version of this film, so that's definitely going to be expected. I give it thumbs up, I'm not going to lie. A lot of people had mixed reviews on the whole thing. My review on this is that it's a good movie, great summer or spring movie coming in to kick off the whole beginning of summer, I guess you can say. There's other opinions too, just like my buddy Josh who invited me to this event. This is what he had to say in the parking lot right after the film. Take a look.
It's pretty good. A lot of different things I have to think about. A little too slow for me at the beginning, but once the action starts up, it gets going. So that's why I got into it more. A little slow again because it looks like they're trying to do origin stories and all in one movie, so that's kind of hard to get through. But once you get through that last climax, that big climax, it gets really good. Other than that, I mean, not as bad as I thought it would be, but still a lot of things I gotta think about.
So that's it. But Nerdfellas is going to get back to you this weekend. There's going to be a ton of us talking on the camera, letting you know our thoughts and opinions. A lot of big Batman fans and Superman fans, DC fans in general, getting together to talk about this. I'm more of a Marvel fan myself, but I know enough to get by, so we'll go ahead and talk about that this weekend. So make sure you guys tune in to Nerdfellas. Make sure you subscribe to Nerdfellas on YouTube, and we'll continue to talk about movies, comic books, action figures, everything you all like to nerd out about. So tune in, subscribe, like us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, tomorrow everybody gotta watch it. Nerdfellas.